Hey, electricity students, welcome. I'm Mr. McCarville, and I'm going to be your teacher this semester. So I just wanted to make this little video for you guys to give you an idea of what you signed up for, so you got a better idea. Because you didn't have to take this class. You could have taken anything else and still graduated from Reedsburg Area High School, but you guys chose to take electricity, and I just want to make sure that you guys know what you're getting yourself into. So our class is split up into kind of two parts. The first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to tackle the electronic side of electricity. We're going to teach you all the fundamentals of electricity, going all the way back to talking about the atoms with the protons and the neutrons and electrons, because that is essentially what electricity is. And then we're going to have you guys build some circuits of your own. We're going to teach you guys how to strip and crimp wires. We're going to teach you guys how to solder, which means you guys might be able to repair a lot of or some of the electronics that may have broken around your house. So we'll give you an opportunity for that. We'll have you working with some power supplies and creating different circuits and working with a whole bunch of different components as well. So you're going to become very knowledgeable and skillful with that side of it. And then as the spring rolls around, we're going to switch to residential wiring. And you guys are going to learn about how to install outlets and run wires and connect lights and switches and all of that good stuff. So if you're interested in a career in being an electrician or a lineman or working for a utility company, that 9 weeks will give you a really good indicator if it's something you enjoy doing and if it's something you're pretty good at, or maybe it's not your thing, but hey, if it isn't, all you did was waste 9 weeks. So, and you still probably learned something in there too. So that's kind of what we have. We're going to make sure that each of you gets one of these. Probably in our second week, we'll have you get one of these. It goes along with this box right here, and we're actually going to have you guys take it home. So a lot of our virtual lessons will actually be you guys, let me get this open here, you guys working with circuits and different components and making them and then filming them and submitting them to me through Classroom at home. So that's kind of a cool deal. Speaking of Classroom, you guys made it there because you're obviously watching this video, so that's kind of cool. When it comes to your virtual days, I will not be having you guys tune in virtually to the class taking place live. They call that synchronous. I know some of your teachers do that, and it works for some of your teachers. But once we get into it, you guys will be kind of working in the lab as well. So having you tune in to watch your classmates work just isn't a cool thing, and you won't get a whole lot out of it. So you'll have your thing to do at home on Monday. A group will learn in school on Monday, and then basically those 2 days repeat themselves. So you guys are getting the same experience and the same virtual lesson, just different days. So that's how we're going to do that. All right. Included in this today is a syllabus. It's not very long. It's not very detailed. It's pretty common, but it's something you might want to take a look at. We're not going to spend a ton of time with it. The grading scale is the same throughout the whole entire class. The big thing for me is attendance is really crucial. We do a lot of hands-on things in class, and so you got to be there. Which brings me to another point, which is if you are a virtual student, this class won't work for you. I can't recreate everything that we do in the lab, in the classroom for you at home. So you'd have to drop it and take it next year, because I'm confident next year we'll be out of this whole thing. So if that's the case, you got to contact the counseling office and get yourself a new class right away. So attendance is important, and that's kind of where we're at. So with the syllabus, anything else? RTI, I'm not around for RTI. I teach a class called house flipping, where my students go off and renovate a home. We have that 6th and 7th hour, and I take those kids for RTI as well. So I will never be around for RTI, and I'm sorry about that. What I do offer, though, is every Wednesday from noon to 3, I have an open lab time. So if you are falling behind or you want some help with something and you're able to make it into the high school, you could come in for as much or as little of that time as you wanted, just to kind of spend some time in here and get caught up. So that's what I can offer you guys. As far as seating goes, when we get in the class, we'll do our best to get a little space in between you and your classmates. Our classroom kind of has a U shape, so it should be fine to fit you and your classmates and have a gap in between you guys so we can maintain proper social distancing. Other than that, lab stuff. Not too much. Our classroom is actually up in room 228. Right now I'm down in room 139, but our classroom's in 228 and right across from Mrs. Crook's room and Mr. Vanderzee's room. And that's kind of it. So it's a nice room. We have stools. It's fine. I already talked about open lab. So I guess where I'm going to leave you guys off with is our first assignment. So also included with that syllabus is a little document titled Who is Mr. McCarville? And I know for some of you who have already had my class before, you have read it. I updated each semester, but it probably isn't that much different than what you had. But what I feel is we get to spend the next 90 days together. Now, whether that's in person or virtual, 90 days is a long time, and I feel it's important that you guys get to know a little bit about me and I get to know a little bit about you. So what I'd like you to do is read through my little biography, a little about me, a little about my family, about the things I like, things I've done. And then I'd like you to type something up for me as well. So the second page of it is a big list of suggestions. And that's what it is, suggestions. You do not have to write about every single one of those things. Write about what you feel comfortable about and tell me all about it. You should be able to write a half page to 1 page about yourself and then submit it through Google Classroom because that will be your first grade. I will be the only person reading it, so sometimes students like to know that. It won't be shared with your classmates, just me. If you've already done this for me because you took one of my construction classes, you might already have it saved, and go ahead and update it a little bit. You guys are young, your life's changed very quickly, so tell me what's new going on in your world. Other than that, I look forward to being back with you in person as soon as we can for our next class, and I want you guys to have a good day.